Ambitious women, entrepreneurs are beginning a movement to create a new way of business that focuses on collaboration and community. Together, we are shaping the way by using our intuition, our inner insight, and our creativity. Join us for inspiration, motivation, and transformation. This is your host, Lucy McMonagle, and this is the Wealthy Wednesday Show. A special thanks to Gordon Reary for creating the music. You can find him on Facebook under Gordon Reary. So now, let's get started. Welcome to the Wealthy Wednesday Show. This is your host, Lucy McMonagle, and I'm so excited that we have an individual that is going to help you with your abundance and mindfulness so that you are going to be able to create more of a wonderful, peaceful, harmonious life. Today we have Sanjeev Kumar, and he is a mindfulness practitioner and the acclaimed author of Practicing the Power of the Present Moment. And if you know anything about me, you know that I truly honor being in the present moment so that you can touch into your own destiny. So Sanjeev Kumar has shared his journey from a nervous breakdown to extreme joy, bliss, and happiness in his highly acclaimed book that I just mentioned. And he invites readers to celebrate each moment, practicing the power of the moment. And he teaches lessons on living an aware, mindful life filled with wild joy. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for inviting me in your show. And I'm very happy. I would like to add some value in people's life in order for transformation and awakening. So that is my goal.
Fabulous. And today you're going to talk a little bit on what is the meaning of abundance. And you are so powerful and you truly encompass this joy in your life, but you also encompass abundance. Can you tell us a little bit on what do you mean by abundance?
The right meaning of abundance is prosperity, happiness, love, accomplishment, compassion. And another meaning of abundance, like we know there is a tremendous amount of resources, opportunities, possibilities are available into the universe. Because the universe is limitless, boundless, endless, infinite. The another meaning of abundance is connected with family abundance, emotional abundance, financial abundance, psychological abundance. So whatever things are available into the existence, we need to connect with it and live happily. Thanks.
Absolutely. So Sanjeev, can you tell us how does one align their spiritualism with the materialism? How do you bridge those two?
Everything is important in our life. Health is important, wealth is important. We cannot live without it. But on the top of it, if we are able to know who we really are, in order to discover our human potential, like why we are here, what is the purpose of our life, how can we raise the level of consciousness, then we can be more aligned. Just for example, we live in a beautiful house, which is needed. We need a car. We need basic facilities. But I am not saying like we have to connect with too many material desire. No. In order to balance between the spiritualism and the materialism, we need to have minimum facilities, and the top of it we can discover, explore, and learn and grow so many things about the deeper meaning of life. Then our life can be accomplished, fulfilled, and on the top of it we can help to the people whosoever are connected with it. That is an alignment between the spiritualism and materialism.
Fabulous. And do you have any little tips on how somebody can start really getting more in touch with who they really are?
Yes, I would like to give few beautiful tips in order to connect with us, because we can know about ourselves, we cannot know about others. So the first tip is going to bring the sensation of awareness of the breath at the top of the nostril, wherever we are, whatsoever activity we are doing. We need to focus of awareness of sensation of breath at the top of the nostril or at the middle of the abdomen while breathing, while breathe out. Then you can know who you really are, because it will take you inside rather than outside.
Mhm.
The more you connect with the nature, in order to decondition and deprogram your conditioning and programming of your mind, then you can know who you really are. Just live into this moment by let go and disconnect with all kinds of the thoughts of the past and the future. Then you can connect yourself more and more, and you can understand what is the purpose of our life.
Mhm. Wow. So, if I understand you correctly, breathing in and feeling the breath actually go into your nostrils from the top of your nostrils all the way into your body. And you feel this breath and you bring your awareness into your body instead of out there somewhere. You're
Yes.
actually bringing it in and you're aligning with your breath.
Yes.
Wow. That
But
seems so easy.
it's so easy and so beautiful, But
Yes.
we have to release our mind, we have to relax, first of all. And we have to do with effortless effort. Just breathe in, breathe out, feel the sensation of the breath at the top of the nostril. No thoughts, no mind, just fully into this moment.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. And that really feels so grounding
Yeah, it's,
as I'm practicing it and you're speaking.
yes, because breath is a life force energy. All other things are secondary. So
Mm.
why can't we live on the focus of awareness of the breath? Wherever we are, whatsoever activity we are doing. Even if you are driving a car, we can feel the sensation of awareness of the breath. I'm
Yes.
not telling to force yourself to feel the sensation of awareness of the breath. No, you should live in the moment by deep relax and total relax. Then you can feel at the top of the nostril. That's what it is.
Yes. Yes. And that is so incredibly potent as we bring our attentions inside in you feeling the breath, I can feel my heart beating. I can feel my blood pulsing through my body.
Yeah.
I have sensations that are physical, but then I also have this sensation of lightness of being, that fills myself, that it's not a physical thing, but it feels like a lightness. And
Exactly.
this, oh, that's very powerful.
Yes.
Very, very powerful.
Because your outside distractions are no more. As soon as you bring the awareness at the top of the nostril, all things are disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
So the outside distraction, as soon as it get disappeared, it means you are more aware, you are more mindful, you are more relaxed. Because you are putting your attention inside, you are putting your total energy inside, you are trying to feel your inner journey. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, Sanjeev, that is really, really powerful. And this is the basic foundation. And you also empower individuals on how they can break their limiting belief systems so that they can become rich. Can you tell us a little bit on the secrets on how to break those limiting belief systems and becoming more wealthy, more rich?
Yes. Let me make you understand how the limiting belief systems are going to create a problem into our life. The first thing, that limiting belief system hold us back. It will keep you
Mhm.
stuck.
Yes.
It is not going to move out of your comfort zone, because limiting belief system fix you at certain ideas, at certain position. Like the way we are born and brought up since childhood, we have been taught our kids, like you have to do this, you have to do that. So certain kind of ideas with the in the form of interaction behaviors, or social interaction. So it keep on accumulating, because we installed such kind of the things in terms of the idea since childhood, and when they become adult, it form the limiting belief system.
Yes.
Whole problems, the whole pain and sufferings are happening because of the limiting belief system. Now the question comes, how can we break the limiting belief system?
Yes.
Let me give you one example, then we can understand. We can rewiring of our brain cell, we can recondition, reprogram of our brain cells in order to become rich. Let me give you another example, then you will understand more, because this is the basic problem for every human life. They are not coming out of the limiting belief system.
Mm-hmm.
When you are able to quit smoking, first of all, we have to bring the thoughts of cigarette, that it is injurious to health, it is creating so many lethal consequences in our life. So as soon as you try to bring such kind of the thoughts about the smoking of cigarette, then what will happen? Your brain is getting impulses from what you think, what you speak, and what you interact with the people. So when your brain is getting fed that cigarette is injurious to health, cigarette is creating lots of problems into our lungs. So what will happen? After a certain period of time, you are going to quit smoking. In the same way, what you are doing, you are rewiring your brain cells, gradually, and eventually it will happen. It may take time. In the same way, in order to break the limiting belief system so that we can be rich, first of all, thoughts are the things. People are living in limiting belief system because they think about lackness, they think about scarcity, they think about poverty. So they create such kind of the belief system around themselves, and they cannot become rich, they cannot become wealthy. So now thoughts are the things, whatever you put out, that will attract into your life. So in order to become rich, first of all, you have to bring a productive, useful, and powerful thought of becoming rich in the form of prosperity and happiness, because each thought is frequency and energies which goes to the universe and brings similar thing into our life, whatsoever thought it is. So if we bring a thought of richness instead of poverty, instead of lackness, what will happen? We are going to attract same thing into our life, because like attract like. But the thought of richness should be powerful, it should be productive, it should be useful, it should be magnified, high velocity. Then the like attract like, the thoughts are the things. So the first thing, in order to break the limiting system, as I said, reprogramming of our brain cell. Second thing, we need to bring the focus of awareness of the breath at the top of the nostril. You know, the more you bring this practice, what will happen? It will just open yourself from the closed belief system. The other thing we can do in order to break the limiting belief system, we need to go to the nature. Why? Because nature help you to decondition and deprogram all kinds of conditioning and the programming of the mind. Because ego create most of the limiting belief system. Ego is one of the obstacles on the path of becoming rich. Because the more you have ego, the more you have limiting belief system. So we need to transcend our ego, first of all, then we can break our limiting belief system. As I said, reprogram our brain cells, focus on the awareness of the breath, and we need to transcend our ego. And the last thing, the more we go into the nature, the more we decondition and deprogram our brain cells. Because the problem happens, the limiting belief system has been found since childhood, and we are not able to move outside, we are not able to open. But when we go to the nature will try to just get rid of all kinds of useless unwanted thoughts which has created the ego in the form of limiting belief system. So the nature bring more transformation, more awakening. Yes.
Wow, that's really powerful. So you really are looking at, in order to attract wealth, in order to move forward and become rich, is to reprogram your mind. And to reprogram your mind, the very first thing you start with is the breath.
Yes.
And once you start with the breath, you start giving yourself suggestions. Like you were mentioning the cigarette suggestion on cigarettes are bad, cigarettes are no good, cigarettes are causing problems. So for creating wealth, would you do the same thing to attract wealth, where you would say wealth is good, wealth is healthy, wealth is happy? Or how do you track wealth?
Yeah. So first of all, I have to go for affirmation. I will do affirmation like I can be powerful, I can be rich, I can do anything into our life. So
Yes.
affirmation is second thing. The more you have affirmation within yourself, what will happen? It will try to break the limiting belief system. And we have to think every time and every moment, like there is abundance all around us, there is a prosperity, there is a wealth outside us. So why can't we connect with them and we can become rich? But the problem happens, like people don't work on it. People start thinking about the lackness. People started thinking about the negativity. People started thinking about the negative pattern of thoughts. Therefore, these are the obstacles which are creating more limiting belief system. So why can't we think like there is too much prosperity, there is too much abundance, everything is available into the nature.
Oh, I love that. That is so true.
Yes.
And I use nature in so many of my abundance mindset training. And I have a grapefruit tree that it must produce over 1,000 fruits.
Yes. And like what will happen, that when the nature and what we are talking, as well as affirmation, it will transform our negative thought pattern into positive thought pattern. Because the limiting belief system is happening. Why? Because we are getting the impulses and reflexes from negative thoughts, from limited thoughts, and the ego is helping it out, and gradually it is forming the limiting belief system, and it is obstacles on the way of rich, in order to become rich. So the more we connect with the affirmation, the more we connect with the nature, the more we go for the focus on the awareness of the breath, we can do whatsoever we can have.
Oh, and that is really how the process works.
Yes.
It's so incredibly simple that our mind wants to make it complicated. and
Yes.
which when you complicate things that are really simple, then you don't have the wealth, is you don't have the riches. And we are so well programmed by watching TV. If you own a TV, I do not own a TV, but I used to.
Yeah.
And that would program me into being afraid of the world. Oh my
Yes.
gosh, most of the things that are on TV will
Yes.
terrify you. You want to lock yourself away.
Yeah.
But it's not real reality. It's a program that they're trying to prevent you from being abundant.
Yeah.
And now that we're using the breath and focusing on feeling the breath on the tip of the nose and bringing it all the way into our bodies, bringing our mindfulness into
Yes.
our bodies. We're reprogramming our mind. We're saying affirmations. We're moving forward. So does wealth, once we get there and we actually start looking at, there's too much wealth. Oh my gosh, there's too much money in my accounts. There's too much of beautiful money and riches and jewels and treasures. Once you start thinking about there's too much everywhere around you in within your life, then does this wealth bring you everything that you want in life?
Yes, but the problem comes, people are living with the mind and the ego. So
Ah,
these are the obstacles, and these create fear into our life. So the people who are not able to come out of the limiting belief system because they are fearful, they are afraid, they cannot take any decision because they are not courageous, right?
oh,
They are
right.
not courageous and they are not going to cover the risk. But life is beautiful. They don't understand it. So we need to have affirmation of courage also. The courage will help you to transcend ego. The courage will help you to transcend your mind. As you said, like there's a wealth everywhere. But the
Yes.
people will talk about the negative thoughts. People will talk about the recession. They will talk about there is no job. People are thinking about job, limited belief system. So they are creating such kind of the problems into their life.
That's so
They don't
true.
want to live. They don't want to come out of that comfort zone, right? Because
True.
they feel like they're more happy, but they're not. There is a wealth all around place.
Yes.
Therefore, most of the people become billionaire. Most of the people become millionaire. Why? They left their comfort zone, and they were looking, finding, searching here and there, but they have courage. They have the ability to take risk. They were not fearful.
Mhm.
And life is about taking risk. Then you can only celebrate each and every moment of your life. Otherwise, you can't.
True. Absolutely. Wow, that is fabulous. Celebrating your life every moment
Yes.
and paying attention to what are the negative thoughts you have and get rid of them.
Yeah.
Whatever's preventing you from not having the courage to make the steps, to take the steps,
Yeah.
go for what you want or say what you need to say in order to bring the riches and the wealth into your life is going to prevent you from moving forward.
Yes. From moving forward. And it's a beautiful things. Life is beautiful. The universe is beautiful. But the problem happens, people are not, people are living with the mind. They are not living with the heart. When
Mm,
they live with the heart, they will attract abundance, wealth, and everything.
true. True. That is so true.
Mind want you to be conditioned.
Yes.
Mind says give and take. Heart doesn't say like give and take. Heart says I can love you unconditionally.
Yes.
Heart says I can attract abundance because there is no obstacles. But mind says there is ego. There is a limiting belief system. So mind always create all kinds of the problems on the growth and development in order to become rich.
True. True. That's so true. Wow. That's fabulous. So we're almost running out of time here, and I wanted to ask you just a couple of more quick questions. And then you also have a very special gift for individuals so they can actually move forward in their life. Could you tell us a little bit really quickly on how does creative visualization and the power of the subconscious mind help bring more abundance into your life?
Yes. Let me give you one example, then you will understand.
Yes.
Long time ago, when I was in India, I wanted to come to Canada with the help of immigration. But it was beyond imagination that I could have come to Canada. So what I did, I used to go on the top of my building and I used to see the aeroplane, like the aeroplane. One day I will go to Canada with the help of this aeroplane. So this kind of the mental image I created into my subconscious mind. And the second thing, I visualize that I am already in Canada, right? But there are so many challenges, so many obstacles, so many barriers come on path of immigrating to Canada because it was beyond imagination for me. So what I did, I met with beautiful people, I met with beautiful things, the right thing happens on my journey. I have cleared so many examination. Although there are so many negative things has happened, but I didn't stop myself. I have taken the physical action. What I did, I gone for examination. I have learned so many things. I did so many, preparation. I met with so many people, as I said. Then finally, I came to Canada. But I did creative visualization. I did those kind of the thought into my subconscious mind, and the thing happened finally, and I came to this country. The same thing, in order to become rich with the help of creative visualization as well as power of conscious mind, first of all, we have to think that we are already rich, into our subconscious mind. We have to just create some kind of the mental image, like about the billionaire, about the richness, there are so many things, into our subconscious mind with the help of creative visualization, as I explained you. But we need to take physical action also. It doesn't mean like you have to bring the thought into subconscious mind and we are getting rich. No, the physical action, suppose you can start some business, at the grassroots level. Maybe you can meet with so many obstacles, so many challenges, so many negativity, but you are not going to stop it. Why? Because you are persistent, you are consistent, you are living with strong willpower, and you have already decided no matter what, I'm going to be rich. Then finally what will happen? You are going to become rich with the help of creative visualization, because you have put the mental image into your subconscious mind, and with a physical effort, you are doing all kinds of the actions. You are meeting with the people, you are doing with the business, you are taking so many risks. You have just overcome your fear. You have just living with the courage, with the help of taking opportunities as well as taking risk. So ultimately, it may take time. It may take 3 years, 4 years, 7 years, 10 years, but finally you will see that you become rich. So that's what
Absolutely. Yes. And that is so true. And I loved the example when you wanted to come to Canada from India, you went outside on your building, you look at an airplane.
Yes.
And you would say, that plane's going to take me to Canada. I've never heard examples like that before, but that really brings it into the physical form. It makes it so much more real so that the mind will accept this belief system.
Yes.
That it's already happening. It's already on its way. And not giving up.
Yes.
That is so important. Never, ever give up. So make the decision. If you want to be rich, if you want to move to a different country, if you want to do something in your life, you make the decision and you keep working towards that, and you keep reaffirming, I will be rich, I will be this, I will be that, I am rich. And all of a sudden it's your present tense. Yes. I am rich now. Yes. And looking at, there's so much abundance around us. There's too much abundance.
Too much abundance, people are missing it. People are missing it. Life is beautiful. I said before. Yes. People are, people are not able to know it. They just live with their own journey, but they don't know. It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful journey, But the first thing, the right message, that the person has to be truthful, honest, and authenticity. Yes. Then this thing will happen. And with the positive mental attitude, suppose if you are getting so many obstacles, we should not give up at all. Let it happen. Even the negative thing happens, but we have to have trust within ourselves. Like whatever is going to happen, that is going to happen for the good reason. And ultimately, you will find that you are going to accomplish your goal. And whatever you are going to get it, the existence will give you a million times more than what you think. That is my journey. But we need to be truthful. We need to be honest.
That's and being truthful and honest to ourselves
Yes.
first and foremost.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect. Can you tell us, how do we get a hold of you? And you have some incredible articles on your blogs. Can you tell us about your blog posts and how people can get access to both you and the blog posts?
Yeah. Like people can visit my website. It is www.sandteaching.com. And I'm a owner and the founder of Canadian Mindfulness Research Center located in Calgary in Canada. And as soon as they visit my website, again, www.sandteaching.com, they can read my blog and they can discover so many things.
Wow. Wow. And your website is a treasure trove
Yes.
of rich information that will empower the individuals who are listening to the Wealthy Wednesday show on how they can become more mindful, how they can bring more abundance, and how they can utilize the power of creative visualization. And you have so many resources on there. So I really encourage anybody listening to this to go to the website, check it out, venture around it, check out the blog posts, and really empower yourself so that you can know exactly how you can bring wealth and riches and really start living this beautiful, fulfilled life from the inside out.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. I want to thank you for sharing your knowledge, your wisdom, and your passion to bring mindfulness and abundance into the world. Thank you for
Yeah.
being on the Wealthy Wednesday show, too.
Yes. Thanks.
Wow. So, for my audience, today has been such a blessing that we have this incredible gentleman on the Wealthy Wednesday show. He has shown you how to become mindful, just paying attention to your breath, moving into how to use creative visualization, how you can really start bringing wealth and abundance into your life, and understanding and looking at this beautiful, incredible world, and start paying attention to how beautiful your life truly is. So thank you for listening to the Wealthy Wednesday show. I am so honored and so blessed that you are following me. So if you would like to leave comments, if you would like me to know who else you would like to have on the Wealthy Wednesday show, who else or what other topics you would like on this show, please go to my Facebook page at facebook.com/Wealthy Wednesday Show. So until next time, may you have a beautiful, mindful, and blissful life.
Thanks. Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Wealthy Wednesday Show. This is your host, Lucy McMonagle, and I would love to keep in touch with you by giving you a very special gift that will help you move your business and your life forward. You can access this special gift I am giving to you at my website at lucymcmonagle.com. That's lucymcmonagle.com for keeping in touch with me and getting access to a gift that will help you move your business and life forward. Until next time, abundant blessings.